Patrick, come on in.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm tired.
You're a little tired? That's fair.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a while. It's been like 4 days. You had a baseball game like 2 days ago. Did you guys do good?
I did. Yeah, we won. It was a good game.
You won. That is so awesome. That's like your 5th win in a row, isn't it?
I think so.
You think so? How many do you think you guys can get to?
Well, we only have 3 left, so hopefully 3 more.
That would be really cool being in a championship game.
Yeah, it would be great.
It'd be pretty fun. So today, you've been doing pretty good lately with you and me. We've been having some really cool conversations. Last week we played that game and we talked about all those cool things where how our feelings can work and stuff, and we kind of identified how we're feeling at school. So today we're going to add in more. Is that okay?
Yes.
It might be a little bit hard, but we're going to work on it together.
Okay.
So we're going to start with something that's actually kind of easier for you. Since you're so good at baseball, I thought that we could talk about baseball.
I am good at baseball.
You are good at baseball.
I got 2 hits in the game.
You got 2 hits. Wow. How many did everyone else get?
I don't know. I just counted mine.
You just counted yours? 2 hits is a lot. Is that a record?
No, I've gotten 3 before in one game, but 2 is good.
That's a lot. When you hit it, were they 1 base hits or 2 base hits?
1 base hit and then a 2 base hit, and then I got hit once.
Well, that'll happen. Do you have a big bruise?
I do on my shoulder.
Well, I hope it heals up. So we're going to talk about baseball for a little bit, okay?
Great.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is your big hits.
Okay.
So I want to know, when you're in the dugout and you're up next to bat, what's that called?
I'm on deck.
You're on deck, that's right. So you're on deck, and then, so what are you kind of thinking about when you're on deck?
Looking for my helmet and making sure I got the right bat.
So that's kind of what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
What are we thinking about?
I'm watching the pitcher to see if I can hit him.
Oh, that's a good thing to be looking out for. That's very smart of you. So when we're finding all our bats and we've got all our stuff on and we're ready to go, and then you get to go out into the practice swing place, right?
Yep.
You get to go out in the practice swing. So when you're doing your practice swings, and what are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about getting a hit, I've gotten 1 home run before, so I'm trying to.
Wow.
1, yeah, and so I'm thinking about how I might be able to do that.
You're thinking about possibly getting a home run. That's
right. Really
cool.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about maybe getting a home run, how are you feeling?
A little nervous.
Nervous?
But I feel because I've done it once or twice. I've done it once before. I feel like I might be able to do it again.
Feeling kind of hopeful?
Yeah, especially if it's a slow pitcher.
Yeah. Are you good when it's a slow pitcher? Is that easier to hit?
Yeah, and if you get hit, it doesn't hurt as much.
Oh, that's true.
It's not as scary.
So you're thinking about maybe getting a home run, and you're feeling really excited, maybe a little bit nervous, but mostly hopeful, and you're walking up, and you're lining up, and you're ready to hit, and you're feeling all of these things. And when you're really thinking about how great you might be, and you're feeling really confident, do you normally hit the ball?
Yeah, I hit 2 times. 2 out of 4 times, so that's a lot, yeah.
2 out of 4?
Yep, well, getting hit once doesn't count, so it was really 2 out of 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're pretty successful, and so what's happening is really good when you're thinking all those good things.
Most times. Sometimes I don't, but
sometimes
last
you don't.
time I did 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4.
So that's really awesome that you're that successful at baseball. I bet your teammates really think you're pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I bet cleanup.
Yeah. So let's think for a minute. Have you ever been on deck and you're ready to go, but you're kind of thinking about the pitcher and you might see that he's really good, and maybe you're thinking something that's not so good? Have you ever thought that, been kind of scared?
Yeah, the couple of games before, yeah, he was really fast.
He was really fast.
And then I got hit the first time up, and I was afraid the rest of the time.
So you got hit the first time up, but you were able to go back,
I went back.
even though you were afraid. That's a really big step, don't you think?
Yep.
So when after you got hit, the next time you were on deck, you were thinking about not getting hit again?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of getting a home run, you were thinking about not getting hit?
Yeah.
So,
'Cause I cried and
that's okay. Sometimes that happens. I would cry if I got hit with a baseball. That could be hurt. That could hurt. So when you're thinking about not getting hit, then what are you feeling?
afraid.
Afraid? In a good way or a bad way? Because when you talked about getting a home run, you were nervous, but it was kind of in a good way. And you were feeling afraid because you didn't want to be hit. Is that kind of in
Yeah,
a
like I don't
bad
wanna,
way?
right. I don't want to be there. I want to run. I want to be there.
So when that happened in that game, and you were thinking that you didn't want to get hit, and you were feeling afraid, did you go up and did you hit a home run, or did you go up and maybe you got
I
struck out? That's
Yeah.
okay. That happens
But I
in
did get
baseball.
one. I got 1 hit out of 4, so I got 1 hit.
That's great. That you were able to work that out, and you were able to get a hit and get on base. That's awesome. So the difference between those two times was you got 2 out of 3 the
Right.
first time when you were thinking about getting a home run. And the other game, you were thinking about not getting hit, and you only got 1 out of 4.
Right.
But you still got on base, so that's good.
Wasn't bad. Yeah.
So you have lots of things that you could be feeling and thinking about in baseball. It's a pretty hard game.
Yeah.
So, do you think that baseball and school have anything alike?
No.
No? Well, you can win at baseball, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything in school where you can win?
I've gotten a few B's and C's, so passed.
That's pretty good. What about last week when we walked back to your classroom and you got paired up with Bryant and you guys had to do that word search together and everyone was competing in the class? Didn't you finish first?
We did. You're right. So yeah, you can win a class.
You can win a class.
Yeah,
So
that was fun. Brian's smart.
Brian is smart. You guys made a really good team too.
Yeah.
So when you guys were working together and you walked back in class and you saw that Brian got to be your partner and that you got to do a word search, which is something you're pretty good at, what were you thinking?
I was thinking Brian's pretty smart and we can win.
That you can win? That's awesome. And then what were you feeling when you and Brian were working together?
I was feeling hopeful that I got Brian as a partner because he's good and he's my friend. I'm glad I didn't get Faith.
Are you guys not good partners?
She's a girl.
You're a girl. You don't like working with girls?
I like working with Brian better.
Brian's a pretty cool guy. I like working with Brian too. So when you guys were doing that, and then the outcome was that you won.
Yes.
So you're feeling really good, and you were thinking really good things, so you worked hard, so you won.
Yes.
So I bet you that can happen other times at school too. So right now, what I want to do is I want to think about your day at school. And it can be good, it can be bad. I just want to think about your day. So when you get to school, what are you thinking about?
I'm tired. It's early
You're
in the morning.
tired.
I don't like mornings.
So maybe you are thinking about wanting to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
What else are we thinking about?
Well, I normally don't get all my homework done, so I'm anxious that my work's not done. So I get a little nervous, I guess.
So you're getting nervous, so you're feeling nervous.
Yes.
And so when you're feeling nervous, is it because you're thinking about your homework?
I'm thinking the teacher's going to yell at me that I didn't get it done. Or
Oh.
call mom.
Or call mom. So when those things happen, what do you do when you're tired and you're feeling anxious because you're thinking about your homework and you're thinking about how you want to go back to sleep?
I'm usually pretty quiet until it's my turn, and then I get. Sometimes I get upset and I make it up excuses.
When you get upset, what do you do?
Throw my papers sometimes.
Oh.
or pout, or say you have to go to the bathroom a lot.
Okay. So I just wrote down all the things you said in this purple color. So now I want to think, do you like blue or green better?
Green.
Green. So now, what are some good things we think about at school? Maybe about the good things that you do. So I know that
I like Bizet in other classes.
you like PE, so sometimes you think about PE?
Yeah.
And getting to go to PE class. Can we think of another one? What about when you think about, have you ever thought about maybe when your teacher tells you you're doing a good job?
Yeah, well, I like it when my teacher says that I'm doing good, but it doesn't happen very much.
Well, maybe we can make it happen more, because you're super great at lots of things. I bet you she'll see that. So, when you're thinking about PE, or you're thinking about doing well in school, what are you feeling?
I feel good. I look forward to going to PE because I don't have to try very hard and I'm good at it.
So you're good at it. Do you feel happy?
Yeah, happy. I'm excited. I wish it would last longer.
I like excited. I love when people are excited about school. So when all of those things are happening and it's almost time to go to PE, or you know you're going to do something good in class because you have the right answer, what are you doing?
I'm doing my work and getting ready to go to PE. Trying not to get in trouble. Because sometimes if I get in trouble, I have to go principal now and get to go to PE.
Gotcha. So, what else might you be doing? So, if your teacher gives you a piece of paper and says, write down all the things you know about baseball, because she just wants to see you write, and you know you're going to do really good at it, and you know that she's going to tell you you're doing a good job.
I'll write them all down.
You write them all down, and you'll work?
I worry about spelling them right, but I do write down all the words I know.
That's awesome that you can work really hard when it's stuff that you like.
Yes, I like sports.
So, you can see all the good things that we wrote about, and some of the bad things, but feeling tired or feeling anxious can sometimes be good, and sometimes you need to feel those things. But we want to focus on, you said you want your teacher to tell you you're doing good more often, right?
Yeah.
So, this coming week, what I want to work on is finding ways to have your teacher tell you that you're doing good. So, here in our bubble, if we have a bubble right here, and this is our dream. This is our dream bubble, right? You're right here, and you're dreaming up this bubble. And in your perfect world at school, your teacher tells you you're doing good?
Yes. I have PE in first period.
That's awesome. I bet your PE teacher tells you you're doing awesome all the time.
Yeah, I'm a helper in the class.
Yeah, I bet you could be a helper in your classroom too. Maybe we could work on that. Maybe?
Maybe.
So what I want to think about is how what we talked about, what was one thing that we were thinking during baseball when we were doing good?
We're excited, happy.
So that's what we're feeling. We can put that down here. So do you remember what you were thinking when you were warming up? That you can do it, right. So, that you can do it. So, these are all good things. So when we're in class, I have a challenge for you, since I know you really like to win. And I've given this to other kids, and it's been really hard for them. So, we're really going to have to work on it, but when you complete your challenge, I have a prize for you in my office.
Awesome, okay.
I have a whole prize bucket and you get to pick, okay? So my challenge to you is, in the classroom, I want you to take as something in purple that sometimes we think about. So when we are thinking about how we want to sleep because we're feeling tired and anxious.
I'm just yawning.
So we're being quiet and sometimes we get upset. So instead of those things happening, I want to work and think about when your teacher says that we're being good, like this. And then, so if that's what we're thinking about, so we're thinking about our teacher being good. So we're going to put a smiley face there. It's going to make us feel, if we're thinking about our teacher thinking that we're awesome, how's it going to make us feel?
Happy. Happy.
Happy. And then we're going to go over here, and when we're thinking and feeling those things, how do you think we're going to act in the classroom?
Well, I'll have my home. I'll be working in class.
You're going to work. That's a great goal. And what does that look like when we're doing
have my
our work?
homework done.
Mm-hmm.
Get my
And
classwork done when I was supposed to in class instead of talking to Brian.
okay, so that's a good goal. So we're going to focus on getting one worksheet done. So, and then we're going to keep thinking good things. And then what's going to happen is our teacher is going to tell us that we're doing a good job. Or you're going to know that you're doing a good job because you'll get to turn in your homework.
That would be good.
That would be good. So, my challenge to you is once you finish this, so tomorrow, right after PE, because I know you really like staying in PE, and then when we get back from PE, we do those group readings, and we don't really like those all the time, right?
Yeah.
You've told me you didn't like those. So instead of thinking about how we don't like those, I want you to think about tomorrow after PE when we're going into our group reading about how you're excited that you get to read, and I want you, what is something that you could think about that could be a good thing about our reading groups? Maybe you could think about how you like your partner.
Can Brian be my partner?
Maybe. What if Brian's not your partner?
As long as it's a boy.
Well, as long as it's a boy. So hopefully it'll be a boy. And we will be thinking about how we like our partner, or maybe we'll be thinking about how we're trying really hard, how we want to try really hard. And then hopefully we'll feel happy or motivated. And then we'll do our work, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So that would be a really awesome thing. So I told you that this was a hard challenge. So if we don't get it done tomorrow, because sometimes we can think really good things, and then we just get frustrated still. So maybe we don't get to do our work right away. Is that possible that it could happen?
Yes, that happens. Sometimes I try and then it still doesn't work, and then it doesn't.
Right.
I get distracted easy.
So if you get stuck tomorrow, I am going to come by and you can tell me about how you got stuck, and then maybe we can try it together.
Okay.
But I want you to try it on your own tomorrow, right after PE. Okay, do you think we can do that?
Sure.
How are we going to start after PE with our thoughts?
I'm going to be thinking that my teacher's going to say good job, and I'm thinking about doing a good job.
Great. So if we can do that, I told your teacher, she promised me, that if you can do this and you tell her about what you were thinking and feeling, that you get to get out of class and come give it to me to get your prize.
Okay.
That'd be pretty cool to
That
get
would
out of
be-
class,
yes,
right?
that would be great.
So if we can do this, then you get to come get your prize out of class.
What is it?
But I told you we get a big box. I have a whole box of prizes back here, and you get to pick from one.
Okay.
But if we get stuck, which is okay, I'm gonna come in after lunch because I know that's hard too. Right after lunch, and we're gonna do it together in the classroom, and then we still get to come get a prize. So you get a prize no matter what, because we're gonna complete this challenge, right?
Tomorrow?
We're gonna try tomorrow.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
So I'll see you tomorrow, right?
Yes.
All right. Let's go back to class.
Okay. Can I have this dog?
Yes. I'm gonna turn that off for me.